And health issues has become the key phrase, banged up also within the industry. We don't have a lot of specific information, but we do know, Joe, a lot of riders have gone out over the last couple of weeks. So talk about athletes competing over the course of a long season.
Well, it has been a long season. We've seen a lot of impressive crashes throughout the season. Some that have gone out, others that have pushed through and are still out there on the track. So you want to finish the season strong. So the biggest thing is listen to your body. If you have an injury, if you're dealing with chronic fatigue, take some days off, rest. You also have to maintain your nutrition. You're traveling to different cities, you're traveling to different towns, you're not used to these locations. You have to be very diligent and consistent with your nutrition. And then finally, sleep. That's also a hard one. You're not in your own bed, you're in hotels, you're in RVs. You have to sleep. You have to make sure you get enough rest and make sure your body recovers.
And that's interesting you say that. I think what most fans don't realize is we're all at the airport 4 or 5 a.m. for like a 6, 7 a.m. flight. These guys are doing it after they push themselves to the limit. I don't know if that's stuff that you used to focus on, all those recovery techniques.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, back in my day, we used to fly private a lot. Try to get out here on Saturday night to get home to get that extra day instead of flying on Sunday. But, you know, I think as an athlete, the hardest thing is to do is rest your body. And I'd be curious to kind of know, you know, at what point do you start losing, you know, because I think the amateur riders and even the pros, they'd be like, all right, I want to take the day off, my body's telling me, but if I don't ride on Monday or Tuesday, will I show up on Saturday and lose all my fitness? So they continue to push. Well, at what point do you start losing that? And then is it better to just continue to rest until you feel better?
Yeah, it's a fine balance, right? You have to maintain that cardiovascular endurance. So best thing you can do is cross-train. So if you're feeling the fatigue, if you're, you know, dreading going out and doing that bike ride or the time on the track, change it up a bit. You know, go swimming, do biking, do cross-training. That's going to help maintain that fitness. It's mentally going to give you a little bit of a break from the normal routine, and it'll feel like a rest, although you are pushing your body. So if you're on that borderline, trying to maintain the balance of both, cross-training is going to be the key to that success.
Is it all, and James, you can comment on this, is it all feel, or are there metrics you can use to get a better idea if you've gone too far?
Yeah, there's no precise metrics on that. Yeah, you can, you know, go through physical programs and get tested for
even
things.
Heart rate in the morning, I've heard that.
Heart rate. But really, you want to listen to your body, right? So you can pass all those tests, be completely fine, then you're out there on the track. But really, if you're like dreading going out to practice, you're dreading going out to do that activity, you're not going to have a good session anyway. So mix it up. Do something that's going to keep you excited, keep you engaged. And then the other thing that we didn't really touch on is all the fans you're meeting too. So not only are you traveling, you're at the airport, you're being exposed to quite a bit. You're shaking hands with people. So make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure that you're trying to maintain that as well. Because if you get a cold this time of the season, it's going to be rough to deal with that throughout the back end of the season.
Yeah. James, you signed autographs with gloves on, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, I've done a lot of things. I mean, that's why we say by Anaheim 2, everybody's sick. You know, because they show up at Anaheim 1, what's up, man, what's up? And you get to Phoenix, so every year it was nonetheless, I was always sick around that. So, yeah, it's super important to stay, you know, one, healthy on the racetrack, but, yeah, try not to be exposed to those germs out there. Yeah,
the beginning part of the season, I mean, that's right. Everyone's just getting exposed to everything they've been traveling to. You know, everything sort of goes away, and then the back half of the season is starting all over again. You're absolutely right.
Joe's going to go check on that privateer support program that he supports with the McGinley Clinic, and we'll get you back in person at Ironman. I'm going to not shake your hand now because you got me all paranoid.
Fist bump.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Keep it clean. Thanks, Dr. Joe.
Thank you.